Let's start lying all the way down onto your back. Arms down by your sides, the feet resting heavy down on the mat here. And then we're just going to move through a little bit of neutral and flexion with the spine. So allowing your low back to lengthen softly down towards the mat. Feels almost like your hip bones tip towards the ribs. And then allowing that pelvis to roll back into neutral. So hip bones to thigh bones, and you create that little space in your lumbar spine. Do a few more of those, just warming up your abdominals as you tip the pelvis forward and back, allowing that low lumbar spine to move a little bit. Keep that nice connection to your feet as you roll. You're going to finish your last one. Let your low back lengthen softly down towards the floor. And I want you to keep that. Keep your low back connected. Actively press down into your right foot and hover your left leg up off of the mat, drawing it into a tabletop position. And then press that foot back down. And pressing into the left foot, bring your right leg up into that tabletop, and then tap it back down. Few more of these. You're moving from the hip. You want to keep your low back connected to the floor, and tap down and lift up. The next time that you lift your right leg up, you're going to hold and pause there. So tapping that left foot down, right leg lifts, you're going to hold. Collect the layers of your belly, so pull them back and away from the fabric of your clothing as you draw your left leg to join, both legs lifted. Give the legs a little bit of a squeeze, and then from here, just let your shoulders relax, let your arms be heavy. Tap your left toes down towards the floor, still moving from your hip, and then bring that leg back up. Tapping the right leg down towards the floor, and then bringing that leg back up. Adding a little breath, you inhale, send the leg away, and then exhale, drag and pull that leg back up. So an inhale to tap the right toes, and then an exhale to pull the leg back up. You want to make sure you feel this primarily in your tummy. So as you're moving the legs, you're still keeping that connection into your belly. Your ribs are softly anchored down. Your low back feels long and connected to the mat. And we're just moving from the hip, moving from the center as you pull up and then press back down. The next time that your left leg taps down and back up, you're going to pause there, both legs in that tabletop position. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Keep that low back nice and long towards the floor and begin sending both toes towards the mat. Any amount you can maintain that connection of your spine down. And then exhale, press and pull back up. So take your inhale, allow your legs to reach towards the floor, and then draw them right back up. And you want to make sure that as those legs reach away, you're not letting your low back lift up off of the mat. So that's about my range there, and then I draw them back up through my center. This next one is your last one. Send those legs away, allow them to come towards the floor, and then draw them right back up. From here, drop the knees over your chest, reach your arms overhead, take a nice big breath in, and a nice big breath out. Hands slide behind your head, interlace your fingers, and catch the back of your skull. Shift your legs back into your tabletop, keeping that spine still flexed down to the mat. We'll add the upper body. Take a breath. Let your exhale curl and lift you up into your abdominal curl. Okay? Allow those front ribs to soften down the front of the body. From here, the left toes tap towards the floor, and then we drag and pull them back up. We let the right toes tap down, and we drag and pull them back up. I don't know about you, but I'm already shaking. Find that little tap, and then lift back up. Good, and lengthen, and then lift. Now add that upper body, add a little ab curl. So lower the upper body about halfway down, and then exhale, pull your chest towards your thighs. Send the right toes down as you lengthen, and then draw that leg in and curl up. Keeping that firmness in your belly as you tap down, and then exhale, drag and pull yourself up. Let's do one more each side. Find the toe tap, and then pull and lift yourself up. Again, left toes and lift. Pause when you arrive at the top. From here, extend your legs up towards the sky. Maybe they fully lengthen, maybe they don't. Doesn't really matter. Take a breath in and then curl another inch or so up off of the floor. From here, cross your left ankle over your right. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Both or one is fine. And then from here, curl your upper body up an inch and back. As though maybe you could touch your toes. You curl and lower. You're going to go for 4. Really connecting into your belly here for 3. You've got 2, lifting that sternum up towards the sky. Your last one, hold. Tiny pulse as we go. 4. I should barely be able to see you move. Let's go. 3, 2, And one, unravel the legs, hands behind the head. Bend your knees, bringing them into tabletop. Extend your right leg, twist ribs over to the left. And center, extend left and rotate, twist to the right. And center. Slow crisscross so the pelvis stays nice and stable. And you're just working through your center. So letting those ribs move as you go side to side. You've got one more to the right and center. One more to the left and pause. Flex your left foot. From here, pull your left leg in as you curl up and press away. Pull that leg in, curl up and press away. Last two, curl in and press. Last one, curl in and press. We switch. Left leg lengthens, right knee bends. Flex the right foot, draw that leg towards you, curl up an inch and then press away. Draw that leg in, curl up and press. Your final two, pull in and lengthen. Your final one, drop in and lengthen, both legs in, head lowers, and release. I probably would have made you do more, but I'm doing them with you, so that's all you're going to do for those ones. Okay, walk your feet towards the top edge of your mat. Okay. Inhale your arms overhead, take a nice big breath in, find a stretch from fingertips to toes. From here, flip the arms up. Once the arms are lifted, I want you to reach your arms up towards the sky and then soften them back down towards the mat. Do that one more time. Reach those arms up and hold. Nod the chin softly to the chest. Just lift your upper body so the head moves with it. Take an inhale. As you exhale, reach those arms forward, scoop through your abdominals, and then roll and bring yourself up. My feet don't want to stay down, so I'm going to dig my heels in as I lift up and then send myself back down. Scoop through the abdominals. Curl the tailbone between your inner thighs. Reach the ribs away from the pelvis as you lengthen back down. Breathe in. Option here to straighten your legs and keep your feet flexed. Arms reach up towards the sky. Soften your arm bones down into their sockets. Point your toes, find length, and then flex your feet. Do that 2 more times. Point your toes, and then flex your feet. Last one, point your toes, and then flex your feet and hold here. Nod that chin to the chest. Feel like you could lift your shoulders up a little bit and begin to float yourself up. Scoop through your abdominals. Lengthen your spine. Rolling all the way up, you'll come to seated, and then scoop through the abdominals, reach past your toes, and stretch for 3. Drawing the navel towards the spine for 2. Your last one, find that length. Roll yourself up and back down to the mat. Articulating your spine as you go. Think 1 vertebra at a time. You can always press your feet against the wall if you're at home, or tuck your toes under the couch to help keep your legs stable. Might just get you a little more into your center. From here, the arms are going to come up and actively press down by your sides. Bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet back down onto the floor. Your abs should feel good and warm at this point. From here, lengthen your low back softly down towards the mat. Actively press into your feet as you peel your hips up into a bridge. So letting your tailbone, glutes, low back, mid back lift up and really feel your glutes engage here. Slowly begin to lower your hips towards the floor just to a hover, and then press into those feet and lift your hips up. Okay? As you move through these first few nice and slow, what I want you to think about is pressing almost to the inner line of your foot. So you feel a bit of a connection into your inner thighs and up into the center, the midline of the body. For more of a challenge, you're welcome to lift your arms back up towards the sky. If it bothers your low back or anything that feels kind of funky there, just bring the arms back down. Find that lift and then lower. I like to feel as I lift my hips up that I reach my tailbone away from me so I get more glute and more opening in the front of my hips. And then lower back down. This next one, you're going to lift up, hold up, and pause. Try to relax the chest, relax the ribs a little bit. I like to walk my feet a little closer for this one. And then once you're there, roll up onto the balls of your feet so your heels lift up. Okay, now lower your hips towards the floor, lengthen, and then press and lift. Really gather your glutes. You feel the sidelines of your bum working. As you lower down, and then press and lift up. Opening the front of the hip, you've got 2 more. Lower down, and then press and lift. Your last one, lower towards a hover. Press and lift and hold. You're going to lower your heels and lift. You're going to drop them down towards the mat. Press into the toes, lift them back up. 2 more times. Drop down, feeling your calves a little bit, and then lift. Last one, you're going to lower. Press and lift and hold. Tiny pulses at the top. Engage your glutes to lift an inch and release. Engage to lift and release. Let's go for 4. You've got 3. Your final 2. And then 1. Lift and hold. Breathe in. Heels come down. And then melt your spine back down towards the floor. Think 1 vertebra at a time as you release all the way down. Nice, guys. All right, from here, extend those legs long. Reach your top arm. Let's call it your right for this time. And let's roll over onto your side so you're facing me still. Lengthen that top arm nice and long. You're also welcome to catch the back of your head in your hand, whatever feels better for you. Let's just avoid propping up, okay? And then once you're there, keep both of your legs nice and straight. Draw your abdominals in, lengthen through your top waist. And then from here, both legs are going to lift up. Once both legs have lifted, pause. Lift your top leg a little bit higher, and then press it back down. Lift your top leg a little higher, and then press it back down. Good. Drawing that leg up. Use that inner thigh to press back down. 2 more times. Lift up, and then lower. Last one, you're going to lift up and hold. Okay. Option here to lower the bottom leg. Option to take that top arm up to the sky. I'm not feeling particularly balanced in this moment, so I'm going to keep my hand there. Draw that top leg forward and then pull that top leg back. Okay. Point the toe, draw the leg forward, and then flex the foot, draw the leg back. Keep your core engaged as you move through this. Forward and back with that top leg. We go 3. And 4. It's like you're drawing a little line along the edge of your mat. Last 2. Your last one, draw back and pause and hold. Bend that knee. Relax that top foot and then lift your knee slightly towards the sky and little pulses with that bent knee. Down and up for 5. Feeling now the side bum, your gluteus medius doing something. You're going to go 2. Your last one, you're going to pause. Little pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press the legs all the way down. Okay, guys, from here, make your way up onto your side. Swivel the legs around, and let's just do the other side. Just get it over with now. Once you come down, find that same upper body position that you had. Extend both legs nice and long. Once you're there, top hand can go to the hip, to the mat, to the sky, really whatever you feel is comfortable. Lift both legs up. Find that little squeeze and that length in your side waist. From here, you're going to lift your top leg up, and you're going to lower down. You're going to lift that top leg up, and then lower down. So feeling your inner thigh, you're going to lift up on your inhale, pause. Exhale, press the leg back down. Find that little lift and pause, and then press and bring the leg back down. Good, and I'm keeping my bottom leg lifted unless it's bothersome, in which case just put it back down to the floor. Lift up and press down. I'm still feeling this in my glute, and I'm really focusing on the back line of my body here. As I lift up for my final 2 and press back down. Last one, I'm going to lift up, hold, draw that little line forward and then back. Notice, are you pushing into your top fingers? Can you get nice and light on those? No cheating. Okay, and draw back and go forward. Keep your abdominals engaged as you reach and then press back. Good. Last 2, go forward and pull back. Last one, you're going to go forward and then pull back and pause. Bend that knee. Relax that top foot. Tip your knee a little bit up to the sky. You're going to lower that leg. You're going to squeeze and lift it back up. You're going to lower and squeeze. Hopefully at this point you're feeling something in the back line of the body. Okay, I know I'm feeling my glutes as we drop down and then press and lift. So our abs have been worked, our glutes have been worked, and now we're going to move into our little plank series. In your final 2 and your final 1, lift up, hold up, pause, press that leg all the way down and release. Nice, guys. Okay, from here, top hand comes down, make your way over onto your abdominals. Okay. Once you're down on your stomach, reach your arms back behind you, forehead down on the mat or slightly hovered above. Roll the shoulders back down and away from your ears. Lift your abdominals up and away from the mat. Okay. From here, float those arms up, palms face the ceiling. Roll the shoulders back and lift your upper body like your arms are helping to lift. And then you'll come on back down. Draw those arms up and back. Feel that lengthening happening through the fingertips as you come up and lower back down. This is your last one. You're going to reach the fingertips away. Draw your abdominals in. Lift your arms an inch and lower. We're going to lift an inch and lower. Feeling the triceps working on the backs of the arms. We'll go down and up. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Hold, open the arms out, press them back to your sides. Reach through the pinky fingers, pull your thumbs to your hips. Inhale, you want to open. Exhale, you want to press. Really draw your abdominal wall up and back away from the mat. Open up and press back. Last one, open, press back and hold. Final 10 pulses. 10, 9, feel those triceps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Release. Nice, guys. Palms come under your shoulders. Press yourself back into a quick little shell stretch. Take a nice breath in and a nice breath out. And then slowly pull yourself forward, tuck your toes, press back and find your high plank. Once you're in that high plank, really draw your abdominal wall up. Think about those glutes engaging as you press the body weight forward and then pull the body weight back. Reach forward with the chest and then press back. Imagine wearing a big belt wrapped around your waist. So can you pull that belt nice and tight so your tummy is still engaged? We go forward and press back. Last one, let's go forward and hold. Press the hips up and back. Find yourself in a little downward facing dog shape or inverted V. Drop your heels towards the floor and find a nice stretch. From here, we're going to ripple forward, lengthen out, find our high plank. Once we're in that high plank, come down onto the left forearm, come down onto the right forearm. So now we're in that low plank. From here, draw the body weight forward in space. We're going to hold to finish for 10. You've got 9. For 8. 7. Keep your abs engaged. 6. For 5. 4. I'm shaking. Are you shaking? For 3. 2. And then 1. Right palm down, left palm down. Send your hips back. Just find a nice little stretch. Pedal a few times in place if that feels okay. Turning those pedals into little steps up towards your hands. Once you arrive in that little forward fold shape, begin to roll yourself up. Stacking one vertebra on top of the other. Let the arms be heavy. Come all the way up. Roll your shoulders back. Good. And then once you're there, just take a nice big inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, press down. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave any comments if you've got questions or concerns, and I hope to see you again real soon. Take care.
Okay. Oh,